project was systems engineering. So one question that we were asked was, what does a systems engineer do in a day? So we got this video from Honeywell Engineering, and it kind of shows what an engineer would do in a day. So.
When you're looking into the cockpit of an aircraft, flight controls, displays systems, flight management systems, our job would be to break that down into understandable elements to take it to the next level, address problems and concerns a customer would have, and make that system work in a seamless manner for the pilots, the crew, maintenance. It's been that well thought out that they're not aware of the complexity that's going on behind the scenes. I'm Steve Smith, and I'm a systems engineer at Honeywell Aerospace. Altitude pre-selector value?
I worked with Steve on several different programs. Being a
I think the sound cut out.
Looking at the big picture, some people would say that we would deal with the forest.
All right, so that video basically touched on a lot of the points that we're going to discuss in this presentation. So now we're going to get into the more fine details of it. So to just start off in systems engineering entry level, you're going to need a bachelor's degree in a technical field. And an example of these degree in this field could be computer science or computer engineering. These are just a few of them. And also note that the degree that you get is dependent on what type of systems engineering that you want to pursue. For example, if you want to go into mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, then you won't need as much coding experience. So more mechanical systems engineering would be a good degree. And then for senior level education, you could positions, you're going to need a master's degree in a technical field, which we discussed before, and several years of experience. And these are key because companies won't hire you unless you have these years of experience. And 5 to 9 years is like the sweet spot. And this is in areas such as information security, integration, or systems architecture.
So with LinkedIn search to find some job opportunities in Scottsdale, Arizona specifically, an entry-level job with Plexus Systems Engineering would require a high school diploma or a GED. You'd have to be able to develop and implement monitoring and management tools to functional standards and expectations for computer servers. Ensure security through access controls, backups, and firewalls. Other duties which would be assigned after hiring. Commit to working together as a team, so working with people in the office and helping out with that. And then exhibit honest and committed effort, so being steady and continuing good work. And then for an experienced job, also in Scottsdale, Arizona, with Ericsson companies, you have to be willing to solve complicated problems, have analytical skills to study problems and identify solutions, have a team-oriented attitude, so similar to Plexus, you have to be able to work with other people, respond in a timely manner to service issues and requests, produce and perform end user training and services, so have an idea of what's going on, identify, research, and troubleshoot issues with software or hardware, so know computer systems and software in general stuff.
So now we go on to who actually needs systems engineers. And in layman's terms, everyone does. Everyone who wants to increase their workflow, become more efficient and cut costs. And in general, though, if we want to be more specific, actually, the majority of the companies with the systems engineer are large in scale. And this is because a lot of the times when small changes can lead to incredible cost cuts is when you're producing things on a mass scale. And it's also related to technology development because technology is integrated with systems there. It works both ways. And also examples of these companies include MoveWorks, which is an AI company. So coming back to technology systems, and General Dynamics Mission Systems, which is a communications networks, but they also work in AI. So you can see a trend of a lot of technologically based companies use systems engineering to cut costs and also increase ease for the customer.
So as for salary differences in the industry, so for a typical entry-level and systems engineer, they'll be paid $53,000 to $91,000. That's definitely on the higher end a year. Whereas a senior systems engineer, so a more experienced, like we talked about, the 5 to 9 years of experience, bachelor's degree, all the good stuff, receives $62,000 to $101,000 a year. So these salaries obviously don't include additional bonuses on holidays and healthcare. So the main differences between an entry level and a senior level position are the amount of experience and degrees, which we already talked about. Like we said, for entry level, only high school graduation is required for Plexus, but that kind of differs depending on where you're looking at. And for a senior salary, 5 to 10 years of experience. So this difference of experience can really result in a rewarding difference in salary.
So it comes down to it. You know what systems engineering is about, and now you're wondering, should I even pursue this career? And short terms, yes. And it is for a lot of people. So first off, you've got a high salary among engineering jobs, one of the highest actually. And you get in-demand competitive pay. A lot of companies, if you have this important knowledge, impressive degrees, and all the experience, they will actually fight, not literally fight each other, but they will negotiate other companies on who can get the best price for you, who can give you the best salary. And also you get cool, exciting, and actually sometimes top secret job opportunities for those companies that I talked about, those AI companies. A lot of them have top secret engineering jobs where you're not allowed to speak about it. And I just think that's incredibly cool. And a lot of people do too. And the reason why systems engineering is also worth pursuing is because it has a really broad market. Because to increase profits, companies are going to want to cut costs, increase customer satisfaction, and also increase system efficiency. And all of these go under systems engineering. And so you know that it's an in-demand trade. So I'm glad you learned more about systems engineering, and you should pursue it.